Okay, so I'm back again. I took a month off just to take some time off and just reassess with where I'm at. The plan is to do another 3 months of alternate picking. So when this is finished, it will have been a full year of 10 hours a week. So I'm pretty excited to have that finally finished. In the future, I'm going to stop making videos about these sort of scheduled practices per week and do some different stuff like ideas about music theory and how to come up with some better ideas in your music playing and different ideas like that. I'll probably try and put in more effort into these videos, so expect the videos in the future after this is done to be of a higher quality, hopefully anyway. So getting into what I'm here for, so with the alternate picking stuff, I thought I'd go back to basics with this, work on my fluidity with my pentatonics. So the idea I came up with for this week was, just say we're in the key of E minor, playing each of the pentatonics in each position and doing 3 strings at a time, and then doing the next 3 strings, and then the next, then the next, and doing that in each position, sort of like, and then to the next one. So because it's kind of the bread and butter of most guitar solos. So after I've done that, one other thing I wanted to practice was doing basically a pentatonic but with the 2 added in there. So it's kind of like a mix between a pentatonic scale and a mode. So a mode usually has 7 notes in it, while a pentatonic has obviously 5. So this has 6 notes in it. And this is something I sort of discovered when I transcribed a lot of Guthrie Govan's work, because I noticed when he's playing a lot of his blues sort of stuff, he plays a lot of pentatonic with the 2nd added in there. And it's just something that I think sounds quite nice. So it's something I wanted to practice. Instead of this, it'd be like, and then do the next 3 strings. So then, yeah. Instead of hitting that note, go to the next chunk. And then, yeah, obviously you get the idea. So that's what I'm going to work on this week. And I think that's all I have to say in this video. So I'll catch you next week. So for this week, what I wanted to do was essentially the same thing, but for each for each pattern, instead of doing it in 1 position, doing it in 2. So this is kind of, instead of doing this, more sort of like this, or like this. Yeah, so that kind of thing. And with the second exercise, with the second, it would just look like this. So that's what I'm going to practice this week, so I'll catch you next week. Alright, so next week I'm going to do what I did in week 1, except instead of descending upwards like this, I'm going to go the other way, so that kind of idea. And then the other one is just the easy one where it's just with just the pentatonics. So this week I actually found it quite a challenge going from the top strings down to the bottom instead of the other way around like I had been doing, which was a surprise to me, but I think I just need to kind of get used to it a bit more. So this last week I'm just going to do what I did a couple of weeks ago in reverse. So the first few strings in one position, then the last few a position above, sort of. So like kind of like I did with this, with the first half year and then the second half year kind of thing. I'm going to do that in reverse. So first half year, then second half year, then there, that sort of thing. So that kind of idea. So it's funny, the first week I did then I did, and then the third week, obviously, just the one I just did was just in the one position. And then this last week rather, it's more just. So I've just kind of been doing it in order, starting with descending and now I'm doing ascending. Yeah, that wraps up this week and I'll catch you in the last one. Okay then, so that wraps up this week. Just then I was playing at 100 BPM, which is a bit slower than I usually do, but I just wanted to play it kind of more cleanly to show you what my progress was. Usually when I'm practicing, I'll start around this sort of speed, then I'll work my way up to about 125 and then just play between that range. So anyway, that wraps up this month.